welcome to my channel. My name is Jazzy RN. I have been a remote utilization review nurse for over 9 years, and the goal of my channel is to help nurses pivot from the bedside to remote work. And just a little bit of background about me: I have 2 years bedside experience prior to becoming a remote nurse. This company is called Cadence. They have multiple roles available for RNs, LPNs, as well as nurse practitioners. I'm going to only focus on 5 jobs that I found on their website. And the first one is an RN. This is for chronic care management. I always go straight to the requirements or qualifications just to make sure I do fit the requirements. They want you to have an active compact multi-state RN license and an active New York RN license as well. The role is between Monday through Friday. That's 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And basically what you'll be doing on this job is monitoring patient vitals, symptoms, and lab results to proactively identify care gaps and patient requiring clinical intervention. There are more lists of things you'll be doing on this job, but you must have a multi-state RN compact license and a single-state RN license in New York, an associate's degree in nursing, 5+ years of recent clinical experience as an RN in an ICU or ER setting is required. Prior experience supporting patients in chronic care management program is a plus, and to ensure clinicians have the necessary tools for successful remote work environment, home office setups must have consistently stable Wi-Fi with strong upload and download speeds. They don't mention the speeds on the site. A Wi-Fi speed test is required before participating in the interview process to verify that these standards are met. You must be skilled in nursing processes, excellent clinical acumen, exceptional written, verbal, and interpersonal communication skills, EMR experience, preferably in Athena and Epic. Make sure you have the platforms you are familiar with on your resume. You work effectively with minimum supervision, strong collaboration with cross-functional partners, ability to support and the delivery of health care to patients by performing a variety of activities and procedures that are prescribed by and performed under the direction of the Cadence nurse practitioner and Cadence clinical policies and procedures. I'm not going to go over all these additional bullet points, but the role is $80,000 to $90,000 annual base salary. So this is a salary position, it's not hourly. The next position is an RN. This is APCM, and you must have an Illinois license. So the requirement is active compact multi-state RN license required, and an active Illinois RN license as well. This job is also Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. And the requirements, of course, is multi-state RN compact state licensure, active Illinois state RN license, associate degree in nursing science, 5+ years of recent clinical experience as an RN in an ICU or ER setting is preferred. Looks like this job has the exact same requirements as the previous. They do also mention technical fluency with ability to work in multiple platforms and systems, including Notion, Athena, Epic, Zendex, and G Suite. Now, I only have experience with Epic. I don't have experience with Athena, Zendex, Notion, or G Suite. And this job has the same exact salary, $80,000 to $90,000 annual base salary. The next position is an RN, that's APCM for Hawaii. And the requirements for this job is you must have a multi-state RN compact licensure and a single-state RN license in Hawaii. And this one has the exact same requirements. They do require you to have EMR experience, preferably in Athena and Epic, as well as experience in Notion, Athena, Epic, Zendex, and G Suite with the same exact salary range. The next job is a PRN RN position, and it is for alerts. Now, this position, you will work a minimum of 4 shifts a month with priority for nights or weekends if offered, coverage of 2 nights per quarter or 1 weekend per quarter, coverage of 2 holidays per year. And this looks like this is a inbound patient clinical questions and escalations by phone. So it seems like this job may be more of a call center like job. And the requirements is an RN compact multi-state license, at least one additional RN license in a non-compact U.S. state, and a willingness to obtain additional state licensure as Cadence expands into new markets. They want you to have 3+ years of experience treating patients with chronic conditions, including CHF, hypertension, and or diabetes, patients either in an outpatient or inpatient setting. Passion for the patient or customer experience and systematically improving healthcare with digital innovation, independent thinker or operator, and you're comfortable working in a less structured environment. This role is $35 to $40 an hour with an additional $10 per hour for night shifts. And the last position is a remote practitioner. This position requires you to have an active compact multi-state RN license and an active nurse practitioner licensure in at least 2 of the following states: Alabama, California, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, Indiana, Illinois, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Oregon, Mississippi, or Wisconsin. Here are the list of schedule requirements. You can work option 1, which is Monday through Friday, with flexible shift scheduling available from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Central, Mountain, or Pacific time. And option 2, this is called Pittman's schedule. I never heard of this one. It is a 2-2-3 rotating shift, 14 days rotating cycle, working every other weekend, with a shift schedule from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern time. They give you a list of what you'll be doing on the job, and what you'll need is 5+ years experience treating patients with chronic diseases. That's type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and congestive heart failure, either in an outpatient or inpatient setting at a high-performing medical center. Active multi-state compact RN license, ANCC or AANP certification is required. Master's degree as a nurse practitioner with the willingness to expand state licensure as Cadence adds new markets and partners. Experience managing CHF with GDMT, and so on and so forth. They will do a Wi-Fi speed test as required prior to participating in the interview process to verify these standards are met. And the pay range is $125,000 to $150,000 for annual base salary. And one more thing before we go to the next job, I do want to mention that if you go to the description box below, you'll see a link regarding Cure to Bedside Burnout. I have a list of over, I believe it's 80 companies that hires nurses to work remotely. The majority of these companies hire nurses in the United States. Some of these companies hire nurses in other countries, such as Canada, Australia, the Philippines, etc. If you want to scroll down more towards the bottom, you can do your own due diligence on these companies you're applying to, either through Glassdoor, Reddit. These are 2 Reddit threads I use, as well as Comparably, Teamline, and Fishbowl. I also have a course here on Udemy. It's called Remote Nursing, the Cure to Bedside Burnout. It includes information about interqual, MCG, as well as the best interview questions, how to format your resume, and much more. This next portion is Office Essentials. I do highly recommend that you get a memory foam seat cushion for your chair. It doesn't matter what type of chair you buy for your desk, but the seat cushion, it will work no matter what chair you have. I have this exact seat cushion I've had for several years now, and I do get a small commission if you were to buy anything here through Amazon. And then here, the next one is a list of 22 questions and answers regarding working remotely. And if you scroll down a little more, you will see resume tips regarding adding platforms, writing your resume with this in mind, what you did, why it's important, and how it relates to the job that you want. And here's an example. And if you look to the right, you'll see how you want to edit your resume. I do suggest you make sure your current job is always in present tense, and then your previous job is in past tense. I have seen resumes where they have both present and past tense for all their jobs and what they've done. And below that is a side-by-side of a bedside nurse and insurance nurse and the differences. And below that is if you're looking for getting certification in either interqual or MCG, here are some options you can look into. This is not mandatory. Whenever you are employed by a company, and they will teach you how to use Interqual and how to use MCG. But if you want to have that certification already on your resume to help boost your chances with getting a job, that's also an option. I have not used any of these companies, and I'm not affiliated or marketing for them. I'm just giving you an option. So just in case you are interested in making your resume look more presentable and marketable, this is an option for you. Memorial Hermann is hiring a clinical documentation specialist, and this position is remote and full-time. Memorial Hermann cannot hire remote workers in the following states. That includes Arizona, California, Connecticut, Maryland, Massachusetts, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, Utah, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Washington, Alabama, Mississippi, Illinois, Oregon, Arkansas, or Iowa, and we cannot consider MDs or doctors for this position. Prefer an RN candidate with clinical documentation experience, must be an RN with a BSN or MSN, must have at least 5 years of recent RN bedside experience in an acute hospital setting, prefer critical care, ICU nursing experience. Licenses include current state of Texas license or temporary or compact license to practice professional nursing. I'm not going to go over the entire list of experience, knowledge, and skills. You can view that at your leisure. The next company is MES Solutions. They're hiring a clinical quality assurance coordinator. This is fully remote. The salary is $27 an hour to $31.25. It is full-time. They're hiring for an RN or LVN. Just an FYI, the position is 100% remote, and that is Monday through Friday, but you'll work 3 days a week. You'll work from 12 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and 2 days a week you'll work from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The qualifications include an active RN or LVN nursing license is required. I'm not going to go through every single bullet point, but you must be a qualified typist with a minimum of 40 words per minute, must be able to operate a general computer, fax, copier, scanner, and telephone. Just a FYI, the fax will be internal. I've never seen a company actually send you a fax machine. There's something called e-fax where you can send faxes electronically now. The same with copier. I highly doubt that you actually will get a machine that is a fax, copier, and scanner. And then the telephone will be already embedded in your laptop. Must be knowledgeable of multiple software programs, but not limited to Microsoft Word, Outlook, Excel, and the Internet. Make sure that you include all the platforms and software you are familiar with. That includes Epic, Meditech, Protouch, Cerner, Microsoft Word, Outlook. If you want to type Microsoft Word, Outlook, Excel, and the Internet on your resume, that way these keywords will be picked up by the applicant tracking system. That's a good idea. And the next position is with HealthSnap. They're looking for a bilingual remote LPN care navigator. This position is for LPNs, and you must have a compact nursing license required unless otherwise specified. And the education includes a current, valid, and in good standing multi-state or compact nursing license for LPNs or LVNs. Additional state licenses may be required and will be reimbursed by HealthSnap. 3+ years of experience in primary care practice, cardiology, internal medicine, home care or chronic care management, or remote patient monitoring. I'm going to skip some of these skills. You want to focus on proficiency in using electronic health records and care management software. Make sure you do have the platforms in your resume regarding what electronic medical records you are familiar with. Even if you are, let's say, 2-3 years out of nursing school, and let's say the current job you are with is a job you've been with since you finished nursing school, you can include the platforms you've actually used during nursing school. That will help make your resume look more tech savvy. And the technical requirements include reliable internet connection and HIPAA compliant work area and proficiency with virtual communication tools such as Zoom and Slack. And HIPAA compliant work area means you work in a room with a door that locks.